Oh my goodness, I forgot to open I think this, let me see if I move this up. No, no, not working. All right. Maybe if I do it that way, not sure. All right, nope, we still have fuzzies over here. I do apologize. I'm not quite sure why that's happening, but it is. Alrighty. So, CharLena Pearson, Weight Release, the New Thought Way. To, just a heads up that tomorrow's installment will probably be done in the late to mid the late evening or Saturday morning. Not sure which, but I have a full day tomorrow and I won't be able to come on at my regular time between 4 and 6. So anyway, today we are doing gratitude. And you might be wondering, gratitude, Charlena, come on, gratitude, what's that about? How do you do weight release with just by being grateful? Well, you'll be surprised. Now, it's said that if you're happy about something that's come about and you're expressing it, trying to express it to the divine within or what whoever your source is, if we only say thank you or show gratitude, that is enough. Now, are we not part of the divine one? Is our spirit not part of our creator? Yes. Yes, we are. So that would mean that when we are grateful toward ourselves or even towards someone else or grateful for something, then that we are enhancing our emotions. It in fact, by there's a neuroscientific study from the Mindfulness Awareness Research Center of UCLA that states that every time we say thank you or we show gratitude or have gratefulness, we are changing our neural pathways right here, right in the brain, right here. So what happens is when we are grateful, it adds happiness to us. And in fact, I have a quote from Socrates. Let me go to that right now because I wanted to share that with you. Socrates says, joy is the simplest form of gratitude. And when we are grateful, we are we are changing our mood extensively. We're saying anxiety, stress, depression, go, and we are improving our willingness to be. So it's you know it actually helps us with controlling our weight because it takes off the stress of our cravings when we're happy, when our neural pathways change because of the joy that we're feeling. Oh, let me take these off. Wait a second, I'm gonna turn these off. I keep hearing strange things from my phone, which is charging. Phone conductors. Anyway, so it it helps us to being in gratitude helps us with not wanting to overeat, not wanting to go to triggers. Like for instance, when you're craving something, you may have had a something untoward that might have happened to you during the day. Maybe you had a stressful afternoon at work, or if you're at home and you um, had maybe you had a workout with a personal trainer or something, and they have just beat you down, and you're just like, oh, I need something. So, how many of you have felt? Now, I don't eat chocolate because it basically just puts me to sleep, and I don't see the point of having chocolate and then going to sleep. But how many of you in the middle of the day, after you've had a really stressful meeting or something, and or maybe you work in a school like I did, and you're just feeling stressed out and you need something, and those are buttons that are being pushed internally because A, you're not happy, B, you're not in gratitude, 3, you're stressed out, 4, you just need something to calm you down. You're also not calm. So you look for and you say, out of my way, I need chocolate. So these are things that if you're not grateful, and then you can find gratitude everywhere. Even if you've had a stressful day, you can be grateful that if you were in a meeting all afternoon, you can be grateful that you are out of that meeting. That will change your neural pathway in, I can't snap my fingers, in a heartbeat, and you'll feel better. You'll have more self-control. You'll feel as though only good things are coming to you. You'll be at peace, less stressed, and less reactive. Because that's what gets us. When we're reactive to feelings of guilt or unforgiveness or stress or um, psychological discomfort, these are things that trigger cravings. For instance, if you're driving and maybe you're thinking about something that happened and you're feeling worried or guilty about something, or you're feeling like there's just this one person that is driving you insane and you have to get revenge, you're going to be triggered to eat something or drink something that you don't need at that specific time, because those are buttons that are being pushed. Now, remember back about almost 4 weeks ago when we started and I talked about forgiveness. Unforgiveness is a button waiting to be pushed to send you over the edge to fall into a craving. So if you're, for instance, if you're in a car and there's road rage, you slip into you slip into cravings to assuage that road rage or that reaction to someone else who might have cut you off, or um, or someone who you thought was flipping you off but may have been flipping off somebody else, and so you get crazed and reactive to them. Now here, or when my husband and I used to go from Queens to the Poconos, it would take about 3 hours to get across all of Queens and get through Manhattan. It actually took longer to get through Manhattan than in a car than it did to get across, but barely across Queens from the far reaches of Queens. When we used to travel together, when we would get across the bridge or through the tunnel, that was our time to fill up on gas and get something at I when I was eating Dunkin' Donuts, to eat Dunkin' Donuts, like an old fashioned or a um, vanilla chai. Now those are not things that those are button pushing rewards. So that was a craving because that was a reward to having gotten through the congestion of both Queens and Manhattan. So you might have some rewards like that. So your craving might be a trigger from guilt or stress or mental or psychological challenges, or it might be a reward, an unhealthy reward, but you might want to have something like chocolate or a vanilla chai or some sort of sweet drink or some sort of comfort food or a salty crunchy food. So um, the main thing is, if you are, probably the best thing for us would have been, thank you for the gas, thank you for getting us through and out of Queens and Manhattan and into New Jersey so that we can go on to the Poconos. That probably would have staved off my feeling of having to get a reward for getting out of Queens and Manhattan and through the tunnel. So, all right, it is 10 minutes already. I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you craving, or have you ever craved after an urgent situation, something that predicated on something that just happened? What is your craving? What is your go-to food? So that's my first question. And have you ever thought of feeling grateful after something untoward happened? That's another question. And then my third question is, before you eat a meal, do you give thanks? All right. I'm going to leave you on those three items, and then I will be with you tomorrow, and we will continue on with gratitude and weight release. Alrighty, this is CharLena with Weight Release, the New Thought Way. I'm very happy that you joined me. I hope that you will answer the questions that I put forth. I will put them in I forgot to put the questions in yesterday. I'll put them down below so you can answer them. And if you want to be notified for my next installment, please sign up below on the subscription and ring the bell so that you'll get the notification right away. This is CharLena with Weight Release, the New Thought Way. I look forward to seeing you and talking with you and hearing about your answers tomorrow on Weight Release, the New Thought Way. Bye-bye.